Hello again folks, welcome back to the next video here in the Nottingham Forest Champ Manager First Division Challenge season. So where I left off in the last video, I said I'd come back after a kind of few games because I thought I'd make it a bit boring for you guys going through every game, but we kind of left off here after the win against Leicester. So kind of a mixed bag in the league since then. Took a bit of a bad beating against West Brom away, and also got a beating from Millwall away, but good wins at home. Well, good win at home against Norwich, and we beat Sheffield Wednesday away, which was a good win. But Millwall's kind of been the team chasing most of the year, so not too bothered about that one. But still got a pretty tasty lead there. So all things said, the players we've sold had a few injury problems. It's not that bad. It's to be expected. You're not going to go through this league without taking a few losses. So pretty good. Got a couple of injuries just now, and we brought in a few new coaches. So then maybe just settling in. So going to actually just see if there's any more kind of coaches that have been developing elsewhere that could maybe bring in. Again, probably don't have the funds for most of them, and there's not really anybody there anyway. But so we've arrived at end of December here, and this is a really significant kind of period if you're playing the game yourself when you get to this stage in the season, because on the 1st of January, that's when you're going to be able to offer contracts to all the players that are actually coming to the end of their contract in June. So you want to get in there early and try and pick up a few bargains. So we've already got 3 coming in, which are pretty decent squad players there, and then the game will do a little update here, so that kind of keeps you right as to when the time is to have a look. So we'll see what's available. We've also got West Brom coming up in the cup, and that's going to be hopefully revenge for us because we took a bad beating from in the league. So, but let's have a look at these players available with their contract expiring. So yeah, there's not really any goalkeepers there that I would go for. What we got? So he's okay from Rangers at Tiro Pentilla. Don't think he ever made the grade at Rangers really, but if I bought him, I'd only end up selling him, I think. So that'd be a kind of a waste of time. Don't really see that there's much happening defender wise. Nah, nothing really there, so looks like I've kind of been a bit of a false prophet here. Yeah, not really any strikers that I'd bother bringing in there. Nah. So yeah, that's not looking like there's much to pick from. John Robinson, Charlton. If he wasn't 30, I might go for him, but yeah, Impey there, he's on loan already. If I had money, I'd try for this guy, but we don't. So yeah, that's a bit of an anticlimax because there's not really any players there that I would kind of go for. It's probably reflective of the fact that I've actually still not got the finances sorted out. So we'll check the expiring players again at the end of January. So let's see if we can get through these. So 2 big cup games this month and 3 league games in the middle. So that should go through pretty quick because there's not really anything else that I need to be doing here. Again, might get somebody a bit of interest on a few players, but it seems to be pretty quiet on that front as well. So yeah, we'll just kind of plod on with the games here. Yes, like I said, bit of a mixed bag with the results in December. First month in the league where I've actually took 2 losses, but it was against good sides, so hoping that we'll get back on track against Stockport here. And we turned them over first time round, so that was away from home, so they expect to win here, but I'm finding that the defence isn't as tight as it was. I've had to bring in kind of younger players and loans, and a few injuries and sending off, so It's holding up. We're definitely going to get promoted here. I'm just a bit concerned with, like, if we do, chances are we will get to the League Cup final, but it's going to be somebody like Leeds or Man United in the final, which is, yeah, that's going to be far-fetched. But it'd be good to actually be in the final at least. And this, yeah, I think I'm giving this 17-year-old, 18-year-old fox too many games now, so he's probably needing a bit of a break from it. That's the thing when you start getting later on into the season, and if you've been on a good cup run, which we have, it's a lot of fixtures, so they do pile up a bit, and the squad's not as kind of experienced and as it kind of ideally would be, but then again, it's all, this is why I was saying this is a bit of a challenge, is because I can't just go out and buy players. I've got to kind of work with what I've got and, you know, bring in loans, but hopefully the debt will be cleared pretty soon. I mean, it will definitely clear at the end of the season when you get your kind of competition money, and then you'll get your TV money going into the Premier League next year, so I'll have money to burn next season, come what may. But yeah, a bit concerned with some of these sending offs that were popping up, and that was a late one as well. Did he do something silly, Mr. Stern John? Pushed over. So I wouldn't really call that violent, but that's a warning for dismissal in prior match anyway. So yeah, a few red cards, but nothing that's getting too much out of hand here. Make you see that the debts maybe came down a bit more. That seems to be sticking about the 1.5. But yeah, we're 16.5 million in profit for the year, so that's pretty good. Right, so the FA Cup against West Brom, it is a tough draw for the first round, to be fair, but keep the team as it is, and hopefully they can use home advantage to get through to the next round. Yeah, West Brom have kind of came into a bit of late form. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a kind of late surge for the playoff spots, but I would imagine it'll be ourselves and Millwall that will get the automatics. The way it's looking. But yeah, good start here. 3 up in 15 minutes. That penalty to bring it back to 3-1. This is kind of reminding me of that first game against Sheffield Wednesday when I spoke too soon as well. Yeah, that's looking safe. Yeah, I think this is telling the story that I've pretty shit hot going forward, but they're getting a little bit weaker at the back since we've had Simic go and Vaughan, so two defenders that were playing pretty well. It's gonna show. And 5-3 here, is this something I should be worried about? Take the win however it comes, to be fair. Anything that happens in the Cups is an absolute bonus, to be fair, because we've kind of getting promoted at the Premier League and clearing the debt was what we set out to do, and that looks like that's going to happen. Stick money on that, to be fair, but yeah, that's a good result then. 5-3. Even though the 3 goals conceded, it looks like the keeper played pretty well, so can't really complain about that. Johnson keeps chalking up the goals, but doesn't seem to be getting any interest. 4th round of the FA Cup. Who did we get? Bolton. No, that's not a bad draw because they're struggling in the Premier League, so could have been worse there. So Williams had taken a knock there. He's still waiting on him come back because he's a bit of a miss because then I'm having to rely on an 18-year-old, and Martinez and Jones, I'm not really been impressed with either of those two, so they won't be carrying on next year. Martinez is looking like he needs a bit of a rest as well, so we'll give Jones another go. So we've got here Watford, Walsall, Bradford, Bolton, and then also we've got cup games back to back, so that's going to be a significant couple of weeks there. Just need to get a few more wins on the table here in the league, so mind you, there's 46 games to play, so there's still 20 left there. So it'll be a well yet, but if you look at the distance between the playoff spots, we're way ahead there. So I was kind of prepared for the fact that probably would get some more difficult times, some more difficult results, like after having to sell some of the better players. It's just the way it's going to work. But they're still getting the results, so I don't want to put a dampener on it because it's not working out too badly, to be fair. And Watford's a decent team, so anything we can get away to these guys is cool. There you are. After I was saying Jones wasn't doing too great, pops up with a goal. One thing that I've noticed with this tactic though, I've very rarely had any draws. I think I've had like one draw in the league, so 2 draws. Which is good because draws can come back to haunt you. It's looking like a win picked up there, and that's a good win away at Watford. Yep, happy with that one. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing that there wasn't much on offer on the expiring players, so it was quite good that I got those free in during December because they're pretty decent. Just means I can definitely sell off kind of 3 players in the summer that are on the kind of fringes there as well. So we'll definitely know where we sit cup-wise at the end of this month. Got away to Walsall here, so hopefully another win there. And he picked up another card a few games ago, so that'll be nice for them. Williams isn't ready to go back in yet, but Fox and Jones did okay in the last game, so happy to stick with them. And we'll need to go with probably Stern John as the captain in the absence of Batrina. So yeah, another league game away from home, so hopefully pick up another few points here. I think Walsall will probably be toiling around the bottom. No, they're 15th, they're not doing too badly. And Sheffield United's obviously in the shit there. Is it still Millwall chasing us at the top? Well, I say chasing, they're nearly 20 points behind now, so I'm not chasing that much. But yeah, this has been a better month in the league so far. So I actually lost 2 games in December in the league. So good to kind of bounce back there. Let's make that change at half time and let it run. Really been happy with the way Zubov's turned out. So far his values went up, skyrocketed really. Yeah, he's going to be a player I'll probably stick on, carry on with next year unless I get some stupid offer for him in the summer. So aye, another good win there. Keep totting up the wins. Still haven't spent any money at all on players, so that's pretty good. Good results for that, with that in mind. And the board's really happy with the way things are going as well. So we've got Bradford, Bolton, Port Vale. Bradford at home, that should be another win just to keep the momentum going there. Debt's slowly coming down a bit more. This is another suspension for Stern John now, so that'll give Marco Negri a wee couple of games, and she's been waiting patiently for. Williams ready to come back in, so we can either we'll give Fox a wee break there. He's played a lot of games for a young player, but I think he's earned a place on the bench though. Bit of a captain dilemma here. When you're picking a captain and you want somebody with good influence there, so actually Zubov's perfect there. Never seen that he had such good stats for that, so he can get the armband while Batrin is suspended. So John's wanting a new contract and it says we can offer him that, but if we're going to get promoted to Premier League, his value will go up a lot, so if he's going to be getting a new contract, then I'll be putting in that 450,000 he's wanting or something. No, that's not happening. But that being said, the fact that I was able to offer him 11 grand then means that we might have some different players that we can look into on contract expiries. Yep, looks like there's a few different options there. Don Hutchison, decent player. I would go for him if it wasn't the fact he's 30. He'll be 31 by the time I get him, so probably no much point in that one. Yeah, so nothing really appealing to me there. People starting to bid on him. Offers from Ajax, so I don't think I've got much of a chance there on that. So he's pretty much going to go to Ajax. Yeah. Yeah, so get Bradford out of the way, and then it's back-to-back cup ties. So yeah, not a good start here, but It's to be expected. There are going to be games that just won't work out as well now because the first 11 is not as solid as it was at the start of the year. But we're keeping it together, and I'm probably being a bit harsh there because the results have been pretty good all round, so can't expect perfection. But this wee Adolfo guy, he's been brilliant. 24 goals for the midfield there. He keeps on developing. Holding up pretty well there. So maybe make a couple of changes just for the last 30 minutes or so with the 2 cup games coming up. Doig's not getting a good rating there. So hopefully I've got Petrino back for the cup games. Thought maybe Negri might have popped up with a wee goal there, but he won't be match fit, but still good to have in the squad there for now. This will be a decent one. So we're 29 games in now, we've got 17-point lead. That's decent enough. Good rate, good run of games for the goalkeeper. So that new goalkeeper coach has obviously been a good acquisition. Stern John is unhappy with boss Scott MacArthur. What have I done? Like, well, you can want a new contract, but we don't have 400 grand to get you to sign on, so you can forget that for now, Mr. John. So hopefully a couple of these guys back for the cup games. Stern John has been playing well, so I'll give him a bit of praise there. Right, so Bashina's still out, so I'm going to change Doig, I think, because he had a bit of a clanger in the last game. I'm not convinced with this Edwards guy either though, so we'll try him. Yeah, 2 first choice defenders out there, so we've got Stern John back in for Negri. He's backing about a new contract, so hopefully he'll put in a performance there. So Bolton in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and then 4 days later, first leg against Port Vale in the League Cup semi-final. Drawn Port Vale in the League Cup semi-final, that's just mad. I mean, Port Vale are a pretty good team in the League One, but they've got a couple of good strikers and that, but I can't see how they've got that far. Not complaining though, because it's as good a draw as you could expect, that you could hope for, I should say. And I'm hoping that we can do the business against Bolton here. They're struggling in the Premier League, and that usually means that they'll not be up to much. They spent half the year getting beat. Famous last words. To be fair, my defence is not that solid now with an injury and a suspension, so shouldn't really be planning on beating a Premier League team when I say it like that. But we're playing okay. Bridge Wilkinson. Is he going to end the FA Cup run? Oh, big goal for Aiko. got another one here, or are we going extra time, or does it go to a replay? I hope it doesn't go to a replay, because that's going to really knacker the players. I think it does do replays in the FA Cup, doesn't it? Yeah, well, we've got the replay at home, so it could have been worse. That's actually a pretty good result, although goalie didn't do well in there. But yeah, hopefully beat them at home with the City ground. Fifth round draw. Man United in the fifth round, so it doesn't really matter anyway. We won't beat them. Man United away though, so at least there'll be a decent amount of money for gate receipts for that. So technically this is the big one now, because it looks like the league's pretty much wrapped up. If we get past Bolton, we'll have Man United, so the League Cups are, the FA Cups are no, I should say, from there. So we've got this guy back. Apart from that, keep things as they are, and if we can get a win here, then we should go for it, because I don't think they will do anything against us at home. But they did put Leeds out, so they must have something going on. Yeah, that's the guy, McPhee. I've seen him pop up a few times. He's a good player. He's actually Scottish as well, but he's got good stats. Yeah, good player. And this would be a tough one to lose. Go on, David Johnson. I wonder who's the other semi-final. Man United and Liverpool. Oh, just take your pick. Sooner play them in the final than the semi though. If we get there, because obviously Port Vale have been a bit of a handful here. But a draw away would be fine. Wonder if the goalkeeper's struggling again. No, he's having a solid game, so what we got? Zubov's running out of gas a wee bit, so we'll try Herwood in. That makes Sterling the captain. That's not bad. Come on, let's take a 3-2 back home. Yes. So this is, the whole season kind of hinges on this, because I don't think we're going to go anywhere in the FA Cup past Man United anyway. So I really want to get a win here. 4-2 would put it to bed, but I'll take that 3-2 away from home in the first leg. So yeah, pretty good results in the cup there. Got the replay against Bolton, and we've got an advantage going into the second leg against Port Vale. So aye, coming together pretty good there. League form picked up again, so that was a better month in the league. And we've got Tottenham coming in for Jones here, so this could pretty much clear us out of debt if we can get something decent for him. We may be able to bring somebody in, because I don't have anybody left in the reserves to come in. Yeah, so that's it's been one of the longer videos actually, so sorry I kept you kind of waiting there, but there was a lot going on. Good month, so catch up again on the next video for February, where there's again 2 cup ties there, so I'll probably just run that full month there and then see where we land. So thanks for watching again, guys. Cheers.